So what we're going to do today is we're going to go through TPX13A. This is another of your assessment tasks. Before you even start this, you need to watch and read through this properly to get a proper understanding. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what you need to do for a task. So I'm going to open this one. This is the task sheet where you need to fill out your questions. So what you need to do is you need to follow the instructions on here. And what you need to do is do file, make a copy of this, name it 24 TPX13A with your name. I'll put student name for now and press OK. Once you've done that, you need to click share and then share it with me on this email address over here. Before you start doing this worksheet, you need to go to TPX13A webpage that I created. Read through this thoroughly and watch the videos very carefully. So what I'm going to do now is I'll load up Reaper and load up this project. So I've loaded up this project. This project is located on your DVD and it's called this exercise. I'll open it for you again. I'll be under Students DVD, TPN exercise list, TPX13A compressed functions. This is what you want to load up. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through this actual worksheet. So I'm going to go back to my worksheet. So what it says is when you open a session, you'll find number tracks labeled according to the type of instrument they have on them. This exercise is designed that each track will be worked on individually with all other tracks in the session muted. So read through this carefully. Each of these tracks has signals from individual instruments with varying dynamics. The instruments are not in time with each other and are totally different source recordings. Apply a compressor plugin to each track as you work on it. Complete following steps for a number of tracks, one at a time in the space to provide, and answer the following questions as you go. Question 1. With the ratio control set to 2 to 1, so this is what you need to do in Reaper. So we're going to load up a compressor. I want to go to kick drum, and I want to solo it. So this is track over here. I'm going to load up compressor, go to Cocus, recomp, click OK. Next, we're going to set the ratio. There's a ratio over here. I'm going to slide it up, but I want to type 2 to 1 on here. So once we've done that, I want to go back to the task sheet. So we've set the ratio from 2 to 1. Next, it asks to find a threshold level that allows for the loudest parts of the track to be reduced in gain by the levels listed in the table below. So we want to reduce this by 20 dB, 10 dB, 6 dB, 3 dB, and 2 dB. Also note the time frame of a part of a track that you identify to be the loudest part. So you have to find on each track the loudest part of where the kick drum is played. So it might be a couple of seconds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through this one and have a listen to where the loudest parts are. You can also do this one of two ways. We can zoom in and we can sort of visually see where the loudest parts will be. And I can sort of see this area from here to 37 is the loudest. Or it could be also here, but this is the main loudest point I can see from here to here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to solo this and put a loop recording. I'm going to press play. So right now I'm going to load up recomp by pressing this, load up this window. On here, threshold is at unity, so nothing's happening to this source. We want to compress this by 20 dB, where it says on this sheet on here. Then compress by 10, 6, 3, and 2. So what I'm going to do on here, I'm going to write down in seconds where the loudest part of this kick drum is. So right now, if I zoom in, above here it tells me it's about 31 seconds to 38 seconds from here, this range. Or I'll highlight again this range here, 31 to 38. So I'm going to write this down in this task sheet. 31 to 38 seconds. Oops, 38 seconds. So now I want to reduce this kick drum by 20 dB. So what I'll do, when I drag this down, you'll see a little meter that says 5.8. We want to get that to 20. So it's 17, 18, 19. We want to try to get as close as we can. Loudest part says 20.4. So on here the threshold says minus 46.4 dB. This is what we want to write down in here. Minus 46.4. Next it wants it to reduce it by 10 dB. We'll adjust this until we see this point becomes close to 10. Move it up a bit. 8, so you can see it's 11, 12 across there. Take it down a little bit more. That was too much. Take it back up. You just want to get the loudest sound, so 10.3 was close. Notice it's about 7, but we want to get the loudest average. So it's about there. We'll drag it up a little bit. Pick it up at 25.3, hopefully. 25.3. I want to enter this one here. So what you need to do is you need to adjust this to reduce it by 6 or 32 dB by adjusting the threshold across here. And you need to do this for each of these tracks in Reaper for this part. This is end of a tutorial for TPX13A.